Coming up on Volusia Magazine, we do a little ghost busting and learn to curb our appetite. These stories and more coming up next. Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Tammy King. Every Halloween, our minds turn to all things scary: goblins, ghouls, and ghosts. Rumor has it that more than one ghost is haunting our Volusia County. Pat Kuhn has launched her own paranormal investigation, and she's starting at the Berry Hall Historic Site.
There's nothing scarier or perhaps more fun than a good ghost story. So I decided to start my supernatural search right here at the Berry Hall Historic Site. This place just oozes history. Before we get started on our ghost hunting adventure, let's take a look at the history of this fabulous historic site. Way back in 1871, a champagne merchant by the name of Frederick de Berry built this mansion near the shores of Lake Monroe. De Berry tried his hand at steamboating and orange growing, but mainly his estate became a center of sport hunting and hospitality for his family and friends. He entertained President U.S. Grant, President Grover Cleveland, and even the Prince of Wales, who went on to become King Edward VII. After Frederick's death, the estate eventually passed on to his grandchildren, Adolph and Laney. They both met with untimely and gruesome deaths, but more about that later. So with all these great ghostly candidates, which one do you think is haunting de Berry Hall? My money's on Laney. Let's find out, shall we? Now, I'm a little bit afraid of ghosts, so I brought some protection. I have it on good authority that ghosts are terrified of these little green balls. So let's go. Tracy Mester, the site manager, is expecting us. She's gonna love my costume.
Welcome to the Berry Hall, Pat. Why are you dressed like that?
Well, I just wanted to fit in with all the ghosts here, so I brought the video guy so we can check out the rumors that de Berry Hall is haunted. Is it safe for us to come in?
You're not going to find any malevolent spirits here.
Oh, good. So it's more like Casper than the Bride of Chucky?
I guess you could say that.
This is big. This is really big. We're definitely going to find something here.
Come on into the library, Pat. This is where Frederick de Berry spent much of his time relaxing with his dogs. And this is a portrait of his great-granddaughter, Laney.
Oh, she's beautiful.
And over here, this is a piano very much like the one that her grandmother used to play when they were visiting here. And I'll tell you a strange story. One time, when the former manager and I were battening down the hatches for a hurricane, we were standing in this very room and saw several of the piano keys go off.
Whoa!
Strange, right? Probably something to do with the storm.
I think it was a ghost.
Coordinator.
Oh boy, hi Lisa.
Hi Pat, it's so nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. So do you have some more cool ghost stories to share with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Come with us. Pat, behave yourself.
Now Pat, keep in mind, this home is 150 years old, so it does creak and groan. However, in the 1970s, an Orlando Sentinel reporter named Dorothy Madley held a seance here. She reported that the attendees had supernatural experiences. There were cold drafts. The table would tap yes and no answers. The table lifted, flew across the room, and pinned the hostess against the wall. Now that hostess was named Ann Gaiman. Miss Gaiman was a nationally recognized psychic, and she said that night an unearthly being told her that this place would once be restored to its original grandeur, and visitors would come, which is strange because this place wasn't restored till the early 2000s.
Holy cow!
We'll be right back with more DeBerry Hall ghost stories after the break. It's fall, y'all, and that means our Volusia County Fair and Youth Show is right around the corner. The 2021 fair runs November 4th through the 14th, so mark your calendars and get ready for some homegrown fun. Come out and enjoy everything the fair has to offer, including live music and entertainment, livestock and craft exhibits, carnival rides, and of course, the food. Advance tickets and ride bracelets are on sale now at VolusiaCountyFair.com, and we'll see you at the fair. And now, back to DeBerry Hall Ghost Stories.
All right, Pat, we're about to go upstairs. But don't worry, I've worked here for about 2 years and I've yet to experience anything that I can't explain. But I know that you're interested in hearing some spooky stories. So there's this great book by Jack Powell called Haunting Sunshine that recounts a few previous employees' peculiar experiences. So if you're ready, we'll go ahead and head on up.
You bet.
All right. So Pat, a couple years ago, there was a Volusia County Parks and Recreation employee that was working on the grounds trimming all of the trees, and he looked up and he saw a teenage girl in the second-story window, and she was wearing this long, dark coat, as dark as her hair, and she was pacing back and forth between the rooms. He could see her in the window until all of a sudden, she vanished.
No kidding.
I know. So then, a couple days later, he was back on the grounds, and he was talking to one of the employees here at the Berry Hall, and they came upstairs and checked the rooms, and they looked in all the closets, and they were really stunned when they opened one of the closet doors, and they found the jacket in there, and couldn't explain. Oh, heck! That's not supposed to be there. We should get out of here.
This is the master bedroom. And as you mentioned earlier, when Frederick passed away, the estate eventually went to his great-grandchildren, Laney and Adolph Jr. Sadly, Adolph Jr. was killed at the young age of 23. He was a recent Harvard graduate. He was on his way home from New York, and he stopped at a roadside cafe to get a sandwich. He was struck down crossing the street. Oh no. He only lived about 4 hours after the crash. So after his death, this estate went to Laney. Let me show you her dressing room.
I'm sticking with you. So, is this Lainey?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. In fact, you might say she's hauntingly beautiful.
So Laney was Frederick DeBerry's great-granddaughter and the last family member to enjoy the grounds here at the winter hunting estate. And unfortunately, the story of Laney's passing is a very sad one. Both her and her husband, Benjamin Brewster, were accomplished pilots. And one day in May of 1941, despite warnings of an impending storm, they boarded their plane in Long Island and took off heading towards Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, they ran into that storm and it was too late to turn around. They crashed into the side of Shade Mountain. The death certificate lists as fractured skull and internal injuries and instant death. Neither her or her husband survived the flight.
Oh, how dreadful.
She was just 31 at the time and had no children, and that ended the DeBerry line here.
So, do you think she's the one who's haunting DeBerry Hall?
Well, Pat, I'm not sure if we have any spirits lurking around here, but if we do, I'm sure they're friendly ones, because this was really a place for rest and relaxation.
I wanted a ghost. We didn't actually see any ghosts today, but I believe they're here, just waiting for an unsuspecting visitor.
Now, if you're a ghost hunter like me, or if you just want to take a stroll through history, plan a day trip to DeBerry Hall. It's open every day but Monday. I'm Pat Kewen.
Hi, I'm Josh Wagner.
And I'm Billy Wheeler. During the planning stages of the Tomstead Veteran Memorial Bridge, people voiced their desire to have a Veterans Memorial Plaza on the northwest side of the bridge.
The Veterans Memorial Plaza will create a special place in our community for people to reflect and connect with our fallen heroes.
The proposed concept for the new Veterans Memorial Plaza is estimated to be a $1.2 million endeavor.
Your donation will help us create a special place in our community in which we can honor Volusia County veterans from all military branches and military conflicts. To help fund our Veterans Memorial Plaza, visit veteransmemorialbridge.com or call Volusia County Accounting at 386-736-5933.
We appreciate your support to create this lasting memorial for those who have served and continue to serve our country.
We are Volusia County Beach Safety. We're here to serve Volusia County's 47 miles of unique coastline. You know, Volusia County beaches. Yeah, those beaches. But also these beaches. We have millions of visitors every year, and we work around the clock to keep our beaches safe and beautiful. And you can help.
Swim near a staff lifeguard tower.
Pick up your trash and fill holes. Identify, avoid, and escape rip currents.
Please leave the beach cleaner than you found it.
There we go. Look out for one another and keep an eye on kids, especially near the traffic lane and in the water.
Pets are allowed at our 2 pet-friendly beaches, Lighthouse Point Park and Smyrna Dunes Park.
If you see something, say something.
A clean and safe beach guarantees fun in the sun for everyone. Thank you for doing your part to keep Volusia County beaches beautiful. See you at the beach!
Make the most of your day at the beach. Download the Volusia County Beaches app today. Sign up for real-time notifications on vehicle ramp openings and closings. Find staffed lifeguard towers. Get updates on tides and beach conditions. Plus, off-beach parking and coastal parks info. Volusia County Beaches app is available for your smart devices at the App Store and Google Play.
Are you ready to gain control over your eating habits? Hillary Ayers, Family Nutrition Program Manager at the UF IFAS Extension in Volusia County, gives us the benefits of mindful eating.
Welcome to Solutions for Your Life. I'm Patrick Zayas, Food Systems Specialist here at the University of Florida IFAS Extension in Volusia County. And with me today is Hillary Ayers, the new Program Manager for the Family Nutrition Program. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here today.
Awesome. Could you tell us a little bit more about your background and what led you to this new role?
Yeah, sure. So I was born and raised in Central Florida, and I got my bachelor's degree from the Florida State University in Psychology and Child Development. Right when I graduated from college, I got a job at a local theme park in their education department. Shortly thereafter, I moved into animal training, which was such an awesome experience. However, after 5 years, I realized that I really wanted to get back to my roots, which was working with people and children. So I got a job with the Family Nutrition Program at the Orange County IFAS Extension Office, and I worked there for 2 years with F&P. Then I took a break and I worked in Volusia County Schools, and now I'm here, really happy to be back as the Program Manager for Family Nutrition Program here in Volusia County.
That's awesome. We're really excited to have you back. So what is your favorite healthy message to share with people?
So one of my healthiest messages right now is all about mindful eating. I know that I've been at home stuck a lot, and I mean, have you ever just grabbed those potato chips and just, before you know it, all of them are gone?
I definitely have.
Yeah, so I started to realize, wow, I need to make some changes and be more mindful about what I am eating at home or just how I'm eating it and make those really small changes. You might want to avoid eating directly out of the package. Divide large containers or packages of food into smaller sized portions, or you can ask for half of your meal to be placed in a to-go box when eating out. Enjoy the other half for another meal. Or limit yourself to only one trip to the buffet.
So what recipe did you bring for us today?
So today I actually brought a 3-can chili.
So walk us through how to make this dish. What do we begin with?
First, we're going to start with our tomatoes. Pour them into the bowl. And then next we have our corn.
Great, look at that.
And then for our protein, we have our kidney beans. And then, of course, you're going to take that chili powder and you're going to just season it to taste. And then that's it. It's really that simple to make the 3-can chili.
Awesome.
So another great treat is fruit. We live in a really hot climate here in Florida, and one of my favorite things to eat is watermelon. Of course, watermelon has a lot of water in it, and it's got a lot of great nutrients. So it's perfect for adults, but also those little ones that you have at home, because of course, watermelon is sweet, but healthy. It takes your brain up to 20 minutes to realize you're full. If you eat too fast, the signal that you're full may not arrive until you've already eaten too much. So just slow down when you're eating.
So even if watermelon isn't your thing, we have a few other ideas for cut fruit. We have some strawberries, or we can even do a whole fruit.
And you know, if you're someone like me who maybe doesn't have the time to cut the fruit, or maybe, let's face it, you don't feel like it, whole fruits like apples, bananas, oranges, things that you can grab on the go are a super easy way to get in a healthy snack and be mindful about what you're snacking on.
So what causes us to eat too much?
So there are a few different things that cause us to eat too much. Sometimes it's the size of the container, dish, or glass. We really tend to eat or drink more from large containers these days. Portion sizes. We tend to eat the amount that we're served. And too many choices. When we have a high variety of foods at a buffet or potluck, we tend to lose track of what and how much we have eaten.
And finally, we probably need to listen to our body.
Determining if your hunger is physical or emotional is important in order to eat mindfully. If you ate a few hours ago and don't have a rumbling stomach, you're probably not hungry. Give the craving time to pass. And avoid going more than 3 to 4 hours without eating. When you're starving, it's really hard to gauge whether you're full or not.
Thank you so much for sharing these tips with us. I know I learned a lot, and I'm really going to be taking these into the future. So thank you so much, Hillary.
Yeah, you're so welcome, Patrick.
Awesome. And that's it for today. So with Solutions for Your Life, I'm Patrick Zayas.
And I'm Hillary Ayers.
Stay healthy.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
With the weather starting to cool, now more than ever is a great time to discover all the outdoor opportunities Volusia County has to offer. Sometimes, all you have to do is hop on a trail and explore.
With With roughly the same landmass as the state of Rhode Island, Volusia County is blessed with some of the most beautiful parks and trails in the southeast. Hidden gems are strewn about the county, each with their own unique history and features. Beck Ranch is one of those gems. We wanted to check in with the experts to find out where it came from and what it has to offer today.
Hi everyone, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Lisa.
And we are with Volusia County's Parks, Recreation, and Culture Division. We're going to tell you a little bit of the history of this area.
And share with you some of the great features here at Beck Ranch Park. Today, Beck Ranch is a 25-acre public park open sunrise to sunset. There are so many great amenities here at this park. There are nice, clean bathrooms, there are pavilions, volleyball courts, playgrounds, and dog parks. And this is a fantastic spot to park and hop on the East Central Regional Rail Trail, which is one of Volusia County's wonderful paved multi-use trails.
Visiting Beck Ranch is like stepping back in time. It is located in the unincorporated community of Osteen, which is located about 2.5 miles from the St. Johns River. This area was originally known as Saulsville, named after its founder, George Sauls. The Sauls homestead was located about 3 miles down the road in Deltona between Howland and Fort Smith. Shortly after the Sauls' arrival, another family joined them by the name of Osteen. Pesca and Susanna Osteen were cattle ranchers, like so many other Florida pioneers at that time.
Beck Ranch Park offers a unique glimpse into Florida's cattle ranching history. At the turn of the 19th century, this land was a thriving cattle ranch that belonged to the Beck family, who lived in Seminole County. At one time, it consisted of over 10,000 acres of land that spread across both sides of what is now known as County Road 415. Several small metal silos like the one behind me dotted the property, storing corn that was sourced both locally and as far away as the Midwest. Occasionally, ranchers did need to slaughter raised cattle for merchants or for themselves. Though not a main function here at Beck Ranch, the slaughterhouse did factor into daily life. Several of the original structures here at Beck Ranch were constructed of cypress wood that was cut and milled locally. Livestock pens, such as this one, were constructed with a platform and a scale underneath so that the ranchers could configure the live weight of their animals.
Sauls and Osteen lived off the land. They built their homes from local pines using wood pegs. They grew their own food, they made their own clothes, and eventually creating a community that would include a post office, a church, a school, a very popular stagecoach stop, and a general store named Osteen and Sons. When the Civil War hit, both men were called into service. George Sauls was appointed by the Florida governor as a secret agent to watch over the women and children left behind. He was also supposed to account for all of the local cattle, cotton, and tobacco in the area, while Osteen provided beef for the army. He was eventually captured and thrown into prison in Fort Moultrie, South Carolina, and eventually moved to the old Spanish fort in St. Augustine. Once the war was over, the railroads came to this area and Osteen flourished while Saulsville faded away. So in 1882, the two settlements were renamed Osteen in honor of Pesca. Sauls and Osteen worked hard to create this community, but they also served it well. Pesca Osteen was the second sheriff of Volusia County, and he was also the tax collector and assessor. Both men were ardent supporters of the establishment of Stetson University, Sauls being the first to donate monetarily, and Osteen served on the first board of trustees. These two tough old pioneers lived well into their 80s and are buried right down the road in Osteen Cemetery, right beside their wives.
Finding beautiful places in Volusia County is not hard. They seem to be located around every corner, so get out and explore. I'm David Hunt with Volusia Magazine.
Beck
for its 40th edition, the Volusia County Farm Tour again shines a spotlight on the silent engine of Volusia County economy. The farm tour takes place on Friday, November 19th from 9 a.m. to noon and will visit 8 family-owned farms throughout the county. The sites can be visited in any order at any time during the scheduled event. In keeping with the open house format, small group tours will be offered and face coverings are highly encouraged. More information about the farm tour and each specific stop is available by calling 386-822-5778.
Stay connected with the latest Volusia County news, events, and updates on our social media channels. Like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Catch up with previous stories on YouTube, or just head over to our website, volusia.org.
Well, that wraps up Volusia Magazine. Thank you so much for spending part of your days with us. If you have any questions about the show, feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio program. A new radio show airs every Friday with rebroadcasts on Sunday and Monday mornings on the local radio stations you see here on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Tammy King. And remember, have a fabulous day on purpose.